So, this is a special edition of the Conversations with Jittery Jackanape. I'm going to have two guests today. It's going to be myself, 5Church and Youhozereh. And the way it's going to work is I'm going to bring them on. I'm going to ask them some questions. If you look down there in the bottom right corner, you will actually see a purple arrow that says where you can actually donate. This stream is also a charity stream just to help everybody out. And you will see that we also have the ASAN command and the donate command. Those will both link you to autisticadvocacy.org. I'm so proud of everybody that's involved in this event. You can actually see everybody on the left-hand side. I've got all the different time zones for everybody for this event. And I just wanted to say I'm very honored to have been able to do this with 5Church and Youhozereh, so I'm going to go ahead and give them a call. And we're going to just go ahead and get started, fellas. So let me just go ahead and give them a call. Where is the DMs that we are in? There we go. All right. I'm dialing, so. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Youhozereh. How are you?
I'm doing well, my friend. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
And I see 5Church has also connected. Hello, 5Church.
New phone, who's this?
This is Jittery Jackanape. You're on Conversations with Jittery Jackanape. Would you like to talk about the charity event that you're organizing?
I would love nothing more than that.
I would absolutely love for you to do that. So I've got a couple questions here, and I'll have them on screen as well, so people can kind of see the questions and kind of the way this conversation is going to flow. My first question is, how did this entire event come together?
I guess that would be a question for me. All right. So, so I have a son, obviously, with autism, and I wanted to do something about 10 months to 11 months ago, doing something a little bit more than just us on Twitch, right? So I wanted to do like an event, and then I brought up Zambi and a couple of her friends, and I kind of looked into organizations that we could donate to for something with autism. And she put me on this ASAN, which is actually a really good organization that that most of the people on the board themselves are on the spectrum, so we know that all the funds are going to be going to the right place.
I love
And that most of the donations that you get, I would say, I don't know the exact amount, but I'm pretty sure it's like anywhere in the ballpark of 90+% of every donation goes straight to the people that need it.
That's incredible. I love that you all have managed to find a charity that actually has people on the spectrum. I think that's a big deal when it comes to dealing with autism. And you said that your son has autism. I actually did not know that. So when did you realize like that this was the right charity? Like, and how did you reach out to other streamers for the event? Like what was the process there? Like, rather than it being just yourself, how did you go about getting other people involved, and what was that process like?
Oh, sure. That was actually kind of a long, drawn-out process. Obviously, so I started this about like 10 months ago, right? So it kind of started with contacting people that I knew that were like good people on Twitch. You know, like there's people that you talk to and you can differentiate who wants to do something more than themselves, right? So I started talking to some of the streamers, and I brought up this idea, let's start a Discord, let's start doing this. And really, the process didn't really speed up for us, I guess, probably until the last 3 months or so. And then we really figured out, like, we weeded out the people that weren't going to be so committed. And like most of us that are here now, or I would say all of us that are here now, are fully committed to the thing. So like, it was just really nice to get a group of people that really wanted to do a little bit more than just be themselves, you know, do something for someone else. And it was really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you tell me a little bit more about the charity itself? I know that you already talked a little bit about it, but like, when Zambi introduced them to you, how much research did you do into the charity? Obviously, we've talked about how they have people on the spectrum, but okay, I'm hearing a blurp alert. I thought I had everything turned off, but that's Careless Whisper. Okay. But yeah, can you tell us a bit more about ASAN and how many people they've actually like been able to help or anything like that? Any additional information about the charity?
So I wouldn't be able to give that too much about that, but I know that they have a website that does give very detailed information. That's where I found it. And most people, like I said, are on the board of directors are on the spectrum themselves. So I know that the money and the dedication to helping people is in the right alley, right? So somebody that's on the spectrum isn't just going to take advantage of someone else on the spectrum. That's just not how that works. So
Right.
this was an organization that I saw personally that is going to actually help people with autism. And immediately we all knew, like, this is the one we got to do.
Right. So when it came to asking everybody, when did you decide that it needed to be 24 hours rather than just like one big get together where everybody's streaming together? What was it about having multiple streamers having their own segments that was appealing to you both? Like what was it that made that work with the meetings and everything? How did you all decide your lineup, and what sort of things could we expect from the event this weekend?
All right, so that's kind of a double-edged question. I'll start with the first part here. So I actually wanted to do a 24-hour stream with 24 different streamers, right? Mm-hmm. So that was my original thought. But then obviously with obligations and then real life stuff, that didn't end up happening. But what ended up happening is I got a great group of people together here that honestly, after this, away with like a new friendship. So like, it didn't work out like the original thought, but I think what I gained from it is even more valuable. And I think what we're going to do on Saturday is going to show like how much we actually care about the event and how much we can actually help these certain people, right?
Absolutely. So I see at like 7 to 8 p.m., you actually have a live concert going on with your channel. Is that a surprise, or like who's going to be involved in that? Like, can you tell us about the concert?
Sure, yeah. It's actually a local friend of mine. His name is Big Buck Beasy, which as long as you allow links here, I will go on YouTube right now and grab a link for him.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be an issue at all.
He's actually kind of a bigger artist, and he's willing to take the time out to come and be on the concert for an hour. It's going to be a great time. We're giving away some T-shirts, and you're going to be able to see him live and do some Q&A with him as well. So the concert's going to last for probably about, 45 minutes-ish. And then we also have a little speech about mental health, and then a 2-minute of silence for my friend Vince, which I ended up losing in August of this year.
Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. This has been going on, you said, for about 10 months, so since about, January or February for you? Like.
Yes, yep.
So I asked you earlier this week before we went live, with the Twitch update, everybody who's doing their segment can actually use the charity update to turn their streams into charity mode. What was the method you all were going to use prior to that? Was it just going to be through using the links, or was there like somebody who helped you on that end through the charity? Like, what was it looking like before Twitch rolled out that update when planning the event?
So that was actually a difficult topic that we were going to like tackle about 2 months ago, but then they obviously added it to the charity, so we haven't really brought that up again. But there are like certain ways to do it through like Stream Elements and stuff where you could be like a combined link. So you don't have to do it through Twitch, but I think it's the most safe and effective way to do it. And now you don't even have to do it straight through PayPal. You can actually use your credit card to do it as well.
I myself had difficulty trying to plan a charity event for the longest time, and then when Twitch rolled out that update, I was like, first thing, as soon as I saw that, I started planning an event, and it's very simple, and I love it. I think it's the best update Twitch has probably ever done, and I love that all 12 of you all are going to be doing this. I am very impressed that you actually have 12 streamers willing to take time out of their week to help with this, and I know that you've got a good group of people. Hozer's obviously here as well. Yo'Hozereh, when did 5Church first approach you about being a part of the event?
Honestly, and Churchy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was right around the beginning, probably about 9.5, 10 months ago.
Wow.
I would have to guess probably around February. I hit my affiliate in January, and Churchy and I instantly clicked. And he was telling me about this event, and for me, autism is it hits home. I have family members that are on the spectrum and are affected by it, and immediately, I was like, "This is the most amazing thing somebody's ever reached out to me to do." And I'm 100% on board, but it's been a long process. Churchy is, kudos to Churchy for putting as much work behind it as he has. And you mentioned, like these streamers putting a week of their time aside to kind of put this event together. But in reality, it's almost been a full year that we've all been collaborating together,
Right.
and making this what it's going to be. And, I was just thankful to be asked to be a part of it.
Right. So, with that being said, what can you yourself, being just a part of it and not the one that's been organizing it, what's been the most crucial lesson that you've learned, Hoser, from working on the event with 5Church?
I think the most crucial and the most difficult part is getting the right people together. You have people who flake. There's the situations that come up, and just kind of staying on top of it. Because if you let a week or 2 weeks or a month go by without discussing something with the person who's running it, or working stuff on the back end, or promoting it, things can really fall behind rather quickly. So for me, it was just being more on top of it, because I've never been a part of something, in my opinion, that's this serious on Twitch ever. I take this very, very seriously, because again, it hits really near and dear. So just staying on top of it, and doing my part to either help church in any way that I can, help the streamers that are being a part of it, help by promoting it within the Discord, help by shouting it out every time I'm live. Staying on top of it in that sense, to me, has been the most crucial. Because now that we're getting down to the nitty gritty, like a week away. Well, it was a week away. Now we're just a couple days away. But everybody in the stream's asking, okay, so when is it? What time is it at? How do I do this? How do I do that? So I think that the crucial aspect of it was just making sure that we call it out and put a huge emphasis on it.
I love that. I love that you are taking it just as seriously as 5Church, and I can only assume that everybody involved in the event itself is also taking it just as serious, because I know you two, I would like to say, pretty well. And the thing that's always impressed me is just how open and professional you guys have always been, just in general. So for you all to be organizing an event that's taking this long really just goes to show how important this is. I myself also have had issues with autism. I actually was in classes as a little boy until 5th grade because they thought that I was on the spectrum, and it took them quite a while to realize that that's not what I had, but I did have some other learning deficiencies. So autism is something that I've always been really aware of. I actually have friends and family members who are autistic, so I'm very proud of you guys, especially because it's a disease that not enough people are understanding of, and it's really difficult to raise awareness for something that a lot of people don't understand. 5Church, as someone who is a parent to a child on the spectrum, what does this event mean to your son, if you don't mind talking about that? Like, how does he feel with the event going on this weekend?
So obviously he's a little bit little to understand like the full gravity of the situation that we're putting on, but to piggyback a little bit off of your point is really this event is about raising funds for people with autism that might be adults or might need some services, and this organization's able to help those individuals through something that maybe they wouldn't normally be able to afford or be able to fund or whatever it might be, right? So it's really just about getting out there, promoting autism, because it's not just like they're normal people. They are, but they have their own special quirks, they have their own special needs, and we should be, as humans, we should be the people to be there and support them in the things that they need, right?
Absolutely.
So I'm very excited that all these people in this organization, Goop, Zambi Crackers, Witch Eileen, Steaks, Schnazy, Hoser, Mello, myself, Indie Variety, and Recalls have all taken the time out of our day and out of the past 10 months to really get this together and make it the best event that we can really do.
Yeah, no, I think it's a big deal for you all to be planning this for such a long time. And I do have a couple questions here. I said, what have you learned from this experience? I obviously asked Hoser that, but also yourself, and what advice could you offer to others planning their own events? Like, what would be the biggest takeaway for you that you've learned in this entire 10-month journey?
I guess the biggest takeaway would be all the friendships that I've made, honestly. It just shows the kind of people that you get to know. And sometimes, honestly, maybe I wouldn't have got to know each one of these individuals as well if we didn't do this event. So it's really important to me that I've got to meet each one of these people from different walks of life. And it's been just a new, refreshing environment, honestly, for me. The biggest thing I could say for anybody trying to do an event like this or anything like that would be make sure you take your time, you get the right people involved, and that you organize it well, right? So don't just like, hey, a month later, let's do an event. But if you really want to make it something special, take your time and make it special.
What exactly is everybody doing to make it special, if that makes sense? Like, I know that you said you guys were going to be doing some giveaways during the concert, but like, can you tell us a little bit about what other people might be doing, or what you yourselves are going to be doing in the event?
Sure, I can personally speak a little bit. So during my portion of it, so during the concert actually, is we're giving away T-shirts, and then if we hit a certain goal, you get an encore song. And then during my portion of it, I'm giving away 2 free emotes by our lovely Zambi, the artist. So if you're a streamer yourself, you can get 2 free emotes just by being there. I'm also doing a couple glitches, and if I hit $1,000, I'm shaving my beard on stream.
Oh, wow.
For everybody.
Love it.
Hoser, what do you have planned?
So I'm not as creative as a lot of these amazing streamers that we have here. I'm not going to name off what they're doing, but they're all very creative individuals. I myself am, I would say my channel is known for the community aspect, right? So I think we're just going to run some community Fall Guys, have some fun. And for the channel goals, I will have some fun ones. Zambi Crackers has offered to also give away an emote here on our channel. We will be doing a merch giveaway. We'll be doing some platform giveaways. So whether you're on PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, PC, we'll be giving away some gift cards for those different platforms. And then my ultimate goal to hit, which chat already knows, our chat knows, if we raise a certain amount of money, we will be doing a wife does husband's makeup on stream. So that should be a fun one. We haven't had a date to plan that out yet, but hopefully we could hit that goal and raise the funds for autism, and then chat will have a great time watching me get my makeup done by the wifey.
I am looking forward to you both having to shave your beard and get your makeup done. Chat, I know that you all can make that happen. I hope that happens. Not because I want you guys to be embarrassed, but I want you guys to raise as much money as possible for this event. I think it's wonderful that you guys are doing this. When I did my charity event, I was only trying to raise a certain amount. Did you all have something like that in mind, or was it just a matter of how high can we get this to go? Not that a dollar amount necessarily matters, but is there like anything in your all's events, like say if someone donates $25, they get a shirt or they get whatever? Is there any incentives like that for donations, or is that not really a thing that mattered when it came to planning the event?
So here's the great thing about that. Like anybody can come in and donate, right? And you can get the tax write-off for it. So based on like your income and stuff, and you personally giving away to this charity, it doesn't come to like us or anything. You could utilize that. The next thing is you don't even have to give any money away to be included in the giveaways. You just have to be there. So we're giving away stickers every $50 throughout the entire stream, and then every $100 we're giving away a sticker set plus a free Steam code.
I love that. So you said if you all raise $1,000 during your event, you are going to shave your beard.
Correct. So we each have like our own goals, and the overall like amount, like we kind of keep that hidden. We don't have like a total amount, I guess.
Sure.
But each of us have like our own like personal goals. Yeah.
I love that you all have your own personal goals, because I do think that adds a little bit to the element on Twitch itself. There's been several great charity events that I've watched before in the past, and they all do something like that. When you were planning the event, did you did you look at other charity streams to kind of get an idea for what it is you wanted to do, or did you talk with anybody who had been involved in them directly, or was this just something you started planning off completely on your own?
Yeah, so I actually kind of just did it on my own. The only real like charity events I've ever watched is ESA, which is like a bunch of speedrunners things, but they kind of set it up a little different than I wanted. So really, this was just about like I had a goal of helping autism. Let's get people together and let's do this.
I love that. So it really was just from the get-go, this is a cause that's incredibly personal to me, and I'm going to do everything in my power to raise awareness and charity donations for it. I love that so much.
Yes.
I'm so proud of you guys. I really am. Is there anything you all would like to say to chat right now just about the event? Like, and to the people, I see that some of the people that are involved in the event are in chat. Is there anything you would like to say to them about the event? Anything that we don't know, or any last minute surprises you may have? Anything like that?
I guess I'd just like to say thank you for everybody that's here. It really means a lot that you're sitting here listening to this conversation, and just donating or being there on Saturday is going to actually mean a lot. So to all of us. So, I guess the only thing I could say is thank you. I really appreciate you guys, and I appreciate your time. I know how valuable that is, and it really means the world to somebody with autism.
Absolutely. So I don't actually have as many questions as I thought I was going to have. So I guess my question now is, are you going to do another one?
I've been asked that tonight during our meeting, and honestly, I would love to be able to do that. I think I want to get through this event first before I commit to anything else, but I will say this won't be the last one.
This won't be the last one.
This will not be the last one.
You all heard it here first. This will not be the last 5Church charity event, which I think is just wonderful. Guys, I'm just so overwhelmed because I've never known a group of streamers come together for something like this, and I think it's wonderful that you all have done that. And it's just really cool to be around streamers who, in my opinion, have the right idea. Using your platform like this is something that I wish more people would do. And I think that that's super important. Is there anything about the experience that was particularly challenging that you haven't discussed much at all at this point? Or is there anything that it's like, if I had this, it would make the event better? Or is that just not a factor for you guys?
I guess I would say it's not really a factor. The human element of it is obviously, so like the manager and me, it's just really hard to get all these individuals in the same room at the same time. I guess that would be the biggest struggle. So again, to any aspiring people that want to put on a charity like this, I'm going to go back to my other point. Give yourself some time and actually pick out the people that are going to be there and walk with you through this journey.
Right. Because, I mean, you said it earlier, you had 24 streamers originally, and now you're down to 12 for the event. What went into that decision, and how difficult was that for you all to decide who was going to be involved and who wasn't? Was there anything that was going to happen that just won't be able to because of there only being 12 people, or is that just, again, not a factor?
I would say it's not really a factor, and anytime there was any switches or anything, everybody in the event was obviously awesome, and we were able to coordinate together, get together, and kind of bang this out. So I really wouldn't say that we had like any issues with schedule change. No.
I love hearing that, because that to me, in planning an event, would seem to be where an issue might rise up, where someone, and thankfully this didn't happen, could be like, well, why am I not going to be on the event? I'm glad that you guys both didn't run into anything like that. I think that that's awesome. I guess now, if anybody in chat has anything they would like to say, the floor is your all's now. So if anybody would like to ask a question, feel free to do so. I guess I do have a question. When the event is over, how are you looking forward to rest? Because I can only imagine 10 months of planning, being able to relax is going to be nice.
You would think that, but knowing my own self and my personality, I bet you on Monday I'll be back at it. And I'm sure Hoser could say the same.
Sunday night stream, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, right? I'll probably be up for almost 40 hours after that. Yeah.
Really?
Then you transition into football, you know.
Yeah, because we got football Sundays and it starts at 8:30. So right after 9, right? Football.
We do have football on Sunday.
I might fall asleep, but hey, I'm still going to watch it.
Man. Well, guys, I don't really have a whole lot more else on my end. Is there anything, Hoser, that you would like to say? I know that most of my questions have been directed at 5Church, but you're here also, so I would like to open the floor up to you as well for any words about the event in general.
Yeah, no, and I mean, obviously, 5Church has covered just about everything to the T. There's just watching Church put all the work in that he has for this event has been amazing to witness and to kind of see it all transform and come together here with everybody getting in the Discords here the last couple weeks to ask questions, to come together. You see folks putting together videos to help other folks get stuff situated on their stream with overlays, and it's just so nice. Like you said, Jittery, it's nice to see a group of streamers all come together for one goal. There's too many self-centered people that you see on this platform that are all me, and to get this amazing group of individuals together to put together a 24-hour charity event for such an amazing cause has been fantastic. And then aside from that, you will all get to see the amazing talents that these individuals have throughout this process, that I have personally developed a very unique interest and love for throughout. Like just Zambi making emotes and stuff like it's just incredible to learn of people's artistic talents and all the different talents that go along with it, and it'll all be showcased at the event. So it's it's just been an amazing experience for me over the last 10 months, and thank you, Church. Again, I'm sure everybody here who was part of the event thanks you for putting it on together and to invite us to be a part of it, because it's been an amazing experience.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you, Hoser. I appreciate the kind words. And thanks to everybody who's involved in this. Honestly, it's been a really rewarding experience, and I cannot wait for Saturday. I am so excited to showcase all the talents that our amazing streamers have, and we are going to raise so much money for ASAN. I'm so excited.
I do have a question, because you mentioned artist. Who created this artwork that you all have? Because I absolutely adore it. It would be wrong of me to not ask, because when I was making the image for this, I was just like, I don't want to cut anyone out, but I need to have the times up on screen for people, and I know that I covered up a couple people. Was there anybody that we can thank for creating the ASAN image? Zambi did?
Zambi made most of the avatars that are included in it. The ASAN image is actually from their website.
I love
and then the nightclub thing is actually done by my buddy Rhett. But he unfortunately doesn't have any social media.
You helped.
He doesn't want to shout out, but hey, Rhett, shout out to you.
No, man, everybody's gonna get a shout out. I can't wait. I'm gonna do my absolute best to be there the entire time. I probably will fall asleep at some point, but the idea is to try to be there and watch, and anything that anybody needs, please don't hesitate to ask. I've been hearing about this for quite a while, and I wasn't even sure if you guys would say yes. I was just like, hey, would you want to talk about this? Because this is only the second time I've done one of these conversation things, and I was just like, if I can help in any way, I'm going to do that. And for me, I was like, why don't I just let you guys come on here and talk about the event and what it means to you. And I think that a lot of people have probably gotten little bit more out of it. I know that I have, just hearing more about the event. And it's meant a lot to me that you guys would take the time to come and talk to me, because I know you guys are so close to going live. I mean, we rescheduled from yesterday to today, and the event is in less than 2 days. So it's just like, you guys are right there at the end. So thank you guys so much for taking time this close to the event to be here with me discussing it. I'm so proud to help in any way that I can. So thank you guys.
Of course, yeah. Let's end this on a positive note. Honestly, if this is only your second time, I really like the format, and I think this works really well. So I look forward to seeing some more of these.
Well,
I agree.
So the way it works is there's no format to these. I just bring on a guest, and we talk about whatever it is they want to talk about. If I see someone in particular working on something cool, or I want to just bring on one of my mods or something, that's what this is going to be. And it's going to be basically their show. You know, like it's their time to talk about whatever it is they want to talk about. So I saw you guys talking about this, and I was like, if I can get these guys on, I would love that. And I didn't just get 5Church, I also got Hoser. And yes, we will be doing another conversation after the event. I would love to have as many of you involved in the event on. I'm going to be watching and just trying to participate as much as I can. Knowing that, like I said, you guys have your beard and wife doing makeup on the line, I'm going to do my best to make sure that happens. I know that this is a little bit shorter, but I think it's best to just go ahead and end it now.